What's up, guys? In today's video I'll go over how to make these little bucks like this and how to create this flashing both for small penetrations like that for electrical or for windows like this. This one is not attached, so follow along. I'll go over how to make it using a metal brake and how to make these guys and make them waterproof. Alright, today I'm going to mount these to the wall here, so I got to make some mounting blocks. I want to take some scrap cedar, got to bring it out 2 inches because that's the side or the depth of my siding and rain screen. I'm going to have one here, one over here, and then one for the chickens, one right around here. So 3 mounting blocks, and then we will get that seam and joint filler, the light pink you see here. Route that around it, and then get started on the windows. So we'll measure the back here. Looks like it's 5 inches. Let's make the block about 1/2 inch bigger on each side, so 6 by 6. And we'll make 3 of those. Add a cedar, glue them together, call it good. Here I got a bunch of cedar that we cut down here on the property and milled. This board I have planed. And I planed it so that it's a little bit less than 1 inch. Whereas the unplaned stuff is about 1 inch, if not a little bit more. So I'm going to use this one, rip this one to 6 inches wide. Let's see what it is. Oh, it is 6. Okay, so we'll just cut it 6 inch long. Multiple sections. We'll do, what's that going to be? 6 of those. And glue them together. And we'll be set. So now we'll just glue them up, and then we'll cut a 5-degree angle on the top side so that water will naturally run off should it ever get there, and then we'll get some flashing on top of it after that. Let's drop the R-guard joint and seam filler in here. We'll cut off the top. Come on, knife. Attach the tip, and we are good to go. Now it takes a little bit of priming to get it going, and then we will cock the top here. Let's wait for it to prime. There we go. Stop it just before I get to the end. Over here. Stop it around there. There, and then we'll tool it into place with my spatula. They very specifically say do not use any water or any soap or any kind. This is not silicone, so keep it dry. Water does help it cure faster, so if there's moisture in the air, that's the only moisture that we're talking about. Do not add any. And if it's very dry, then you can always go ahead and add a bit of moisture after you're done tooling it. In today's video, I'll show you how I'm making this head flashing out of some coil. I bought a bender, or what do you call it, a brake, here, Vevor on Amazon, and follow some instructions I got online. So you can see it from the side profile here. It's pretty straightforward. If you have an area that's very exposed, you can bend these flanges up, and that gives you a bit of a lip on the side to catch the water. If it's not such a high exposure, then you can cut here, bend them down. So let's go ahead and start building this. The first head flashing I'm building is 6 inches wide. So I'm measuring 7 and then cutting it just because I'm going to be bending the sides. The first cut is going to be a 3/8 cut or bend back on itself. That's the hem down here at the end. That's you can see it's bent back on itself. So I just approximate it. I go from the back here, stick it out about 3/8 right there, and then we can tighten it down and bend and loosen it up quite a bit to try to minimize the amount of scratching I do as I pull the metal out. And then from here, just use my hammer to knock it down. This specific bend or break can do 110 degrees. So since this is 180, I need to help it out a bit. All right, next one's gonna be this second bend going this direction. So it's the opposite. I'm gonna put it in here and bend it up that way. So first I need to mark it. I'm gonna go 1/2 inch. Actually, I'll go 3/8. Let's go 3/8 there. Put 3/8 here as well. There we go. Let's see. Put it in here. Tighten it down. All looks good. And then bend it up a bit. See what we got here. That. And I'm following a guide that I found online from Hammer and Hand. So you can see we have now done, let's go in here. I can't really expand it. We've done this portion of it. Now we're gonna measure up 1/2 inch and make another bend there. For this next bend, I'm gonna mark the back of it. Slide it in. Let's see, open it up a bit more. The more you loosen it up, the longer it takes, but the less damage you do to the paint. I'm gonna repaint them again later, so I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Give that a quick bend. All right, now we're gonna measure the length of my buck, which is 2 inches plus 1/4 inch. So 2 1/4. That's gonna be on this side. That does not look straight to me, so let me just double check. Let's do 1/4. All right. So this one's going to be 110 degrees from top to bottom, so it means I'm going to bend it 80. Since it has a little bit of give, I found if I go about 90, so 10 past, it gives me that positive slope. So let's go bend it up to where this is about 90 degrees to the table. We'll stop it there. We'll release it. Let's see how that turned out. So yeah, it has that slope down, just like the other one. I like it. Now I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch there, and then bend this piece up. So here we got that 1/4 inch. All right, and then we want about a 1/4 inch here too. And this, there's no cut, because then you would have to weld it or solder it, or put a bead of silicone or something on there. So all I'm doing is just grabbing some of these tools and bending it up. It gives you a little bit of a lip there. You don't want to make it too tight, because then this is no longer going to have a nice positive slope. There we go. And that is pretty much it. I can make it a little prettier, like my angles come off a little bit, but I am pretty happy with that. If you were to match that up with the guide here from Hammer and Hand, you can see that is pretty close to this one, which is the one with the end dam. Now you can also fold it down which is I'm gonna do that over the windows that are not so exposed, and it creates a little tighter fit, but will not have as much protection here. On this last one, I'll show you how to make the head flashing if it's not exposed a lot to the weather, and you can fold the end down. So first you just cut off this corner right here. Do the same on the other side. Then straight in here, 1/2 inch. Same on the other. Now that portion is going to be just bent in behind. That'll be a little ear. So just bending that in like that. Same over here. Bend that in. Go on. Lift that up. Bend it in. So now we're at this. And then these are going to be bent down after we cut 1/2 inch back here. When you have certain measurements that you repeat over and over and over again, it can be beneficial to just write it down here. So I got 3/8, that's for my hem. I got 1/2 inch, that's for the offset, and also here. And then I have 2 1/4, because I have 2 inch right here, plus 1/4 since it's at an angle. All right, we'll cut this one as well. There we go. And we'll bend it down. Let's see. Down the other side. And then I don't have a perfect tool here for this, so I'll have to help a little bit with the hammer. One side and the other. And there you go. Now you got to bend down. 2 different options. Less exposure and up, more exposure to the weather. Now once you have your head flashing done, you have a couple of different options on how to attach it. If you're not going to have any trim around your window, then you are ready to attach it. You just go ahead and put it here. Make sure you have that slope down. Put it here. You could put a roofing nail in each corner. And then one option is to take some zip tape, tape it across here. Make sure you overlap, and then just roll that tape. And then of course your weather resistant barrier goes on the outside of that on top so that it shingles down. Now another option is if you have a liquid applied membrane like up here, you can go ahead and use some joint and seam filler. Put that around the top, then embed the flashing into the joint and seam filler, and then put some above again, and put the weather resistant barrier down on top of that. So I'm gonna wait until I have some siding on, because I'm gonna put trim around the windows. This blocking right here is for a light that's above the entrance into the chicken coop for the chickens. So I'll go ahead and pretend like this is a window, and then just show you how I would do it. So I'll put a nail in each corner. One here, one over here. There we go. And we got our tape. And we have a knife. Put that across. There we go. Put that there. I roll the tape, and you're done. So that is it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll put some videos out soon on a few different ways of flashing windows, using liquid flash, fast flash, using the Sega house wraps, which is called, was it My Vest? And yeah, and also tapes, the zip tapes. So I will see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.